Hello everyone, I'm back with another video tutorial. This time the video is for class 8 and the topic is spreadsheet formulas and functions. Under this topic, we'll cover few subtopics which are as follows. Number 1, formulas in Excel. Number 2, creating a basic formula. Number 3, using compound formula. Number 4, using formula on text. Number 5, cell range. Number 6, cell reference and its type. And number 7, formula errors. So remaining topics will be covered in the next video. So let's begin with the first topic, that is formulas in Excel. So what is a formula in Excel? Formulas are used for performing mathematical calculations involving additions, subtraction, division, and multiplication. Basically, there are two types of formulas, user defined and predefined or inbuilt formulas. Inbuilt formulas are also known as functions. As you all know, formula must begin with equal to symbol, which is followed by cell references and operators. Different elements are involved or used to build a formula. So let us discuss about the elements of formulas in detail. So here it is, elements of formulas in Excel. Number 1, cell address, or you call it cell reference. It is a cell that you want to include in your calculation. Instead of directly including the data, we give the cell address in the formula. For example, A2. A2 represents the cell A, column A and row 2. B2 similarly, E3 and E5. Next is mathematical operators. Mathematical operators specify the type of operation that is to be performed. So what type of operation are you performing using this formula? For example, plus sign is for addition, asterisk multiplication, minus sign subtraction, as you all know. Third is range. Range, it is a group of contiguous cell. Contiguous means the cells which shares the border or the cells in a sequence. For example, E3 is to E5. So it is covering the cells from E3 till E5. Next is function. It is a predefined formula. For example, here the name of function is sum. So here with this function we are trying to add the data, or we are trying to perform the addition. Next, equal to symbol. The very important element of a formula, equal to symbol. The formula must always begin with the equal to symbol, as I have already said. The last one is constant, the value which remains fixed during the calculation. So these are the different elements of a formula. Our next subtopic is creating a basic formula. Basic formula involves only one type of operator. So for this we need to open Microsoft Excel worksheet. So here we go. Here I'll enter some data and we'll perform the basic formulas, or we'll learn how to create a basic formula. Please refer to page number 19. So here I'll enter some data. So here it is. I've finished entering the datas. A little bit of formatting can be done. Now we'll learn how to create a basic formula. It's very simple. Equal to sign. Now we'll start entering the cell address, which is one of the element of formulas. So the first data is in cell B2. B2. So as you click over here, automatically the cell address appears over here. So it can be done in this way, or we can enter it manually. So over here I'm entering it manually. Plus B3 plus B4 plus B5 plus B6 plus B7. After you finish entering the cell address, you can see automatically all the cells are highlighted, or the border appears around the cells. Now press enter. After that, you can see the total is generated. So this is how we create a basic formula and use it for calculation. As I have told you, basic formula includes only one type of operator. So here we've used only plus sign. You can see it in the formula bar. Now we move on to another topic, that is using compound formula. Compound formulas are used when more than one operator is required to perform a calculation. So when we need more than one operator, for example, in this case we have used only one operator. So while we are using compound formula, we only use compound formula when more than one operator is required to perform a calculation. So for that we'll move on to the next sheet, that is sheet number 2. For that we'll enter some data over here. So for example, to find a simple interest when principal, rate and time is given. So let's start entering the data. Principal, for example, 5,000. Rate, let's say 10%. Time, let's say 5 years. Let's take it 5 years. Now here we'll be using compound formula to find the simple interest. So SI, simple interest. So in the cell B6 we'll use the compound formula to find the simple interest, equal to principal P. So the formula for simple interest is P into R into T by 100. That is principal into rate into time divided by 100. So principal, our principal is in cell B1. So equals to B1 principal into rate. Rate is in cell B2 asterisk, which is used for multiplication, B3. This will be divided by 100. So as you all can see here, we have used more than one operator. that is asterisk sign and then division sign. Press enter and see the output, that is 2500. So here in this case we have used more than one operator, and this is how we use a compound formula. Now we move on to the next topic, using formula on text. We can use formulas on text, not only in numbers, we can use it on text as well. So I have already typed a text over here, as you all can see, Tashi Namgyal Academy, and I have typed this text in a different cell. So we will use the formula and we'll add up this Tashi Namgyal Academy. So one very important instruction over here, we can only perform addition with the text. We cannot perform any other mathematical calculations like multiplication, subtraction, division. And for performing an addition, we do not use plus operator. Here we use ampersand sign, or we call it and symbol. So here we go. Let's see how it is done. So I've clicked in cell A3 for now. So equals to the word Tashi. The word Tashi is in cell A1. So A1. We use, as I've told you, we use ampersand symbol. The word, the text Namgyal is in B1. So we'll type B1. Again we use ampersand symbol. Academy is in cell C1. So we type C1 over here and then press enter. You can see all the text are added. So adding up a text, two or more text, is called the concatenation. The word concatenation is used. Now in this case, we have no gaps in between the words. So if you want to keep a gap in between the words, we'll add up some elements in the formula. So for making that correction in the formula, we'll go to the formula bar, click over here, and then use double inverted comma, space, double inverted comma, ampersand once again. Here we use ampersand symbol, double quotation mark, space, double quotation mark. Now you can see over here, after the cell address, I've typed ampersand and then double quotation mark, space, double quotation mark. Again, ampersand symbol before and after the cell address, double quotation mark, space, double quotation mark, ampersand symbol and the cell address. Now press enter. You can see now there's a gap in between the words. So this is how we use formulas on text. Now we move on to the fifth topic, that is cell range. What is a cell range? A range is a group of contiguous cells which forms a rectangular shape when selected. So contiguous, as I've told you, the cells which shares the boundary, the border, or the cells which are in sequence. So let me show you what is a range of cells. So I've clicked in cell B2. Now take the mouse pointer right at the center of the cell. The mouse pointer will change into a plus sign, white plus sign. Left click the mouse button and drag it down, or drag it wherever you have the data. Now you can see a rectangular shape is formed over here. That means this is the range of cell which is covered. Now we'll learn how to use this range in the formula, or using a range of cells in the formula. So let's delete this one. So in order to use the range in the formula, we'll have to use the function. So equal to, here we are using sum function, equals to sum Now it's very simple. You can either type it manually or you can select the range. Automatically it will be added in the formula. For example, I'm selecting the range for now. B2 till B7. You can see B2 is to B7 is appearing automatically in the formula. Close the bracket, press enter. This is how we use range in the formula. But this can be done manually as well. I'm deleting it. Type equals to sum, open bracket, B2 is to B7. Close the bracket, enter. You can see the total is generated. So this is how we use the range in the formula. Now instead of using the range, you can name the range as well. So in order to name the range, we'll follow some steps over here. Here we go. Select the range of cells. Go to define names group. Under define names group, click in the option define name. New name dialog box appears. Under the name box, give the name for the range. For example, SALE. I've given the name as sale. Click OK. After that, the name already entered already exists. Enter your unique name. Okay, we'll enter some other name. Okay, sale is already there. So let's say total. We're entering another name. Okay, we have specified the name for the range, that is total. Now you can use that name instead of using the range itself. Within bracket equals to sum within bracket total. Close the bracket, press enter. You can see the total is generated. So by using the range name, we can perform the calculation as well. The next topic is cell reference and its type. So guys, for that I need to add some more data over here. Let's say expenses. So here it is. I have finished entering the data. The editing part is not necessary, but even then I've already done it, so I'm doing it for this one also. Now, cell reference and its type. Basically, there are three types of cell referencing or cell reference. So the first type is relative reference. So what is a relative reference? Whenever you copy or move the formula from one cell to the other cell, the cell address gets automatically changed. So this type of reference is called the relative reference. For example, if you see this one, let me delete this one, equals to sum B2 is to B7. B2 is to B7. Bracket close, enter. We get the total over here. I'll zoom a little bit for you guys. You can see the formula here. You can see the formula over here as well, equals to sum B2 is to B7. Now, for expenses, we don't need to type the formula again. We can simply copy and paste it, or we can use drag and drop method using the fill handle. So let the mouse pointer change to black plus sign, click, drag and release it. Now you can see the total is generated for expenses as well. Now if you see the formula over here, the formula has automatically, the cell address has automatically changed to C2 and C7. We did not do it manually. The moment we dragged and we dropped it, that means we copied the formula from one cell to another cell. the formula automatically got changed. The cell address automatically got changed. You can see it in the formula bar as well. Now you can see over here, it's B2 is to B7, B2 is to B7. Over here it is C2 is to C7. Automatically the formula got changed. So this type of referencing is called the relative cell referencing. Another type of referencing is, or the second type of referencing is absolute referencing. Now what is an absolute referencing? When we don't want to change the cell address when we copy the formula to the other cell, or we want to keep the cell address fixed, at that time we can use cell referencing, or this type of referencing is called the absolute referencing. So for that we'll have to make some changes in the formula. So we use $sign in front of the column letter and row number to keep the cell fixed and perform the absolute referencing. So for that, let me first delete this total. Let's move to the first one. Here in front of the column letter, I'm adding a $sign, and also in front of the row number, I'm adding a $sign. Here before B, I'm adding a $sign, and here before 7, I'm adding a $sign. Now press enter. The total is generated. Now let's try and copy this to the other cell. Click and drag and release it. Now you can see the total is same, because the $sign used in front of the column letter and row number keeps the cell fixed. So it does not change when you copy or move the formula from one cell to the other cell. This is called absolute cell referencing. Now we move on to the last one, that is mixed cell referencing. It's a combination of absolute cell referencing and relative cell referencing. So for that we'll delete this total over here. We'll move on to the first one here. Now here we'll make some changes in the formula. We'll make a combination of relative and absolute both. So over here what we'll do is we'll remove the $sign from the column letter, from both the column letters, because here what we are actually doing is when we move the $sign from the column letter, the column will not remain fixed, but the rows will remain fixed, because we have not removed the $sign from the row numbers. So here when we are copying and when we are copying the formula to the other cell, in this one the column will change from B to C, but the rows will remain same, that is from 2 till 7. So we don't need to remove this $sign from rows, but we'll remove the $sign from column. So press enter. The total is generated. Drag and drop. So here you get the different total for column C, and here you get the different total for column B. So this is the example of mixed cell referencing. So guys, the video is becoming quite lengthy. So for today, I'll stop right here. The last topic, that is error in formula or formula errors, will be covered in the next video.